Hey guys, Ron here, and over the last few months I released 3 videos where I randomly generated a bunch of attributes like a type combo and environment, and the 4 Poketubers I invited had to figure out how to design a Pokemon based on these traits. Once they handed in their designs, I redrew their Fakemon in the official Pokemon art style, and even threw in my own design into the mix. And the guests had to vote for their favorite without knowing whose was whose. You guys absolutely loved the last 3, so here's part 4 with 4 new guests. Let's see if the winner is one of their Fakemon, or the secret one I made. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see a part 5, and subscribe to know when and if that comes out. But before we witness this striking force of Poketubers, check out today's sponsor, Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force is an engaging, team-based RPG that immerses players in the Marvel Universe, where you can build powerful squads of Marvel heroes and villains to face off against iconic enemies like Doctor Doom and Apocalypse, in intense battles that offer limitless team combinations and deep strategic gameplay. Use the link in the description or scan my QR code to download the game for free on mobile or PC. If you don't already know, the goal of Marvel Strike Force is to power up your favorite Marvel characters to complete missions, unlock gear, and beat other players in PvP modes, and other game modes like campaigns, arena, and blitz. They're constantly adding new ways to play like Alliance War, which is this huge weekly tournament against other players. And team synergy is a huge aspect of the game, and I find it extra cool how many of the characters can boost their teammates, especially if they're part of the same teams in the Marvel Universe like the Avengers or X-Men. You can also count on new characters regularly releasing, as well as costumes from Marvel movies, shows, comics, and more. I'm a huge Marvel fan, so I love how this game showcases the various designs used throughout Marvel media. But there's even more! The Undying team is back this spooky season. Unlock Zombie Iron Man for free by using promo code Halloween. He's a key member of the Undying team, which dominates in Alliance Wars. I see why, considering Zombie Juggernaut, Zombie Scarlet Witch, and Hela are a part of this team. So don't miss your chance, because the Undying team is only available this Halloween. To cop these characters, go to the link in the description or use my QR code right now to finally assemble your ultimate alliance.
I'm excited for this. I haven't really drawn properly in years, so I'm probably still really bad.
Hey guys, Ron here.
All right, so we've got the list of attributes here in front of us. Let's open this up and let's see what we are working with.
Okay, let's see.
I'm very nervous. I'm super intimidated by this.
Environment, a tourist-filled tropical beach.
And it's loyal and protective.
It's Fairy Fire, which is arguably one of the coolest typings, I would say.
Ooh, Fairy Fire. Okay, I'm a big fan of Fairy Fire. We do not have one yet. I think it'd be great competitively.
So I get to design something original.
And I feel like Galarian Rapidash should have been Fairy Fire, but that's just a whole different story.
Stat-wise, it's a mixed attacker with some decent speed.
Very good offensive, 109, 108, kind of the Infernape area, a little bit stronger.
It can't be like something with a very big body, right? Because it's 70 HP. That like typically like HP kind of correlates with like how much meat you got on you. So
we got to design like a bigger Pokemon, but we can't make it too big. Like it's not a legendary, but it is going to be a final 3rd stage evolution Pokemon for sure.
the ability being dazzling is actually really cool because that means that it's got to be pretty.
All right, so the dazzling ability, the Pokemon dazzles its opponents, making them unable to use priority moves against the Pokemon or its allies. Got it.
I know dazzling blocks priority, but I might give it like some shades to be like, oh, it's dazzling.
It's got to be sort of a pretty design that just leaves them going like, oh my god, you remind me of my favorite Pokemon, Bruxish. I can't move, I'm so dazzled.
Its colors are literally just my vibe. It's just blue and orange.
I'm almost thinking like a sunset.
Yeah, something super interesting when it comes to Pokemon designs, by the way. Their color palette is usually limited to like 4 colors because a lot of times these Pokemon designs are used for in-game sprites. If we're talking like Gen 3, you only have like 4 colors to work with in the palette.
Its colors are crazy because I'm supposed to draw this and I don't have color. I got this pen.
But are we thinking, especially with those colors, are we thinking a bright Pokemon?
I was thinking about those lizards that like Heliolisk is based off of, but then we have like 2 of those.
I'm seeing like a lion and its mane is like, it's almost like Helioptile's thing. Like it's got like it comes out and retracts and it's like a, you know, blinding light.
I'm almost thinking of a lifeguard of sorts, which is interesting because it would have to go into the water.
I feel like it's hard to make a bird that isn't flying type.
Maybe I will do the classic Pokemon trope with the fire on the end of the tail. Maybe I will do that.
So maybe it has like either a surfboard or the why can't I remember the life vest? The ring, what's it called?
I have an idea. I think I know what I want to do.
You know the circle thing that they throw into the water? Why can't I remember the name of it right now when we're on camera? Anyway, I'm gonna try my best to draw that. Dazzling is interesting.
I mean, it's fairly fast, loyal, and protective. Maybe it could be like a horse.
That's my initial thoughts. God knows what I'll actually draw and whether it'll be good. So
I'm thinking about like horses running on the beach.
Yeah, I have absolutely no confidence in my drawing skills in the slightest. So I'm going to go hit up Brown Table and we're going to start drawing. We'll see what we come up with.
So what I basically made here was I'm a big fan of Don Quixote. And what I wanted to do was make a sort of like a noble horse, or like almost like a horse donkey hybrid. Don Quixote is like famous for like chasing windmills, thinking that they're giants and like he's not really needed. So I wanted this Pokemon to be like a horse that was like noble, but like in well-meaning, but kind of dumb, a little dopey. Like it's not needed to protect the beach area because it's so safe, but he's like doing his best anyways, you know, like, oh, I'll protect you from that giant, and it's like a lifeguard tower, that sort of thing. So I wanted like the windmills to be represented in there and also incorporate them into its attacks, so like it would spin the windmills to like shoot the fire, that sort of thing. Almost like what is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas type thing that's going on here. Like, why is there a knight at the beach?
Oh, a horse. Oh no, I don't like drawing horses. But this is a challenge. And you basically have, what, a windmill around it? I like the insignia of the fire. That's a nice touch. Hopefully I'll try to find a way to make that look natural, because right now it looks like a horse with things on top of it. But this color scheme, it's working. I guess this is basically a Don Quixote inspired Pokemon. I'll try to add some knight-like attributes. And I do like that it has a unique personality. Like the eyes don't look that happy, and that's just part of the design. So that's a unique trait. Overall, definitely glad that it'll look nothing like any Fakemon that we've had on the series.
I haven't drawn in a really long time, and I was like, when I did this, I messaged Ron and was like, you know what, I can draw a little bit. And then when I actually started drawing again, I was like, I wanted to literally take back everything I said because I completely forgot how to do everything. I made a guy called Leo Myth, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's one of those Pokemon I just sort of like mishmashed a little whole thing, and it ended up being a bit of a chimera. And I think I did over-design it a little bit, but we move. The whole idea of it, though, was to be sort of like revolving around the sun. I had like an idea of like a mane that would like light up. It has small pixie wings, and I mean, the typings were quite difficult because I feel like I put like the features of like a water Pokemon on here, but then I was like, you know what? I've seen plenty of Pokemon that are like, you know, that would seem like a water type and then be another one. So I was like, whatever. I can make it's my Pokemon. I'll do what I want.
Oh. Okay, I mean, it looks like a realistic sea lion, but with things on it. And I mean, that's a good thing because that means it'll be a treat to just take this design and just redraw it in the Sugimori style. It is cluttered. It'll be hard to streamline it because I do want to keep pretty much every element or else it just won't feel like the same Pokemon. You basically have two mains there. You have a main under a main. I don't know what he was thinking with that, but I mean, I'll make it work. I guess one main will be fur and the other main will be made of fire to differentiate it. And since it's a bit top heavy in terms of detail, there's not a lot of detail on the bottom, and I'm gonna actually continue those stripes throughout the body. And since those claws are blue, maybe make them like hot. But a lion's mane is such a fun feature for any kind of animal or creature that this is gonna be instantly likable.
What's up, guys? Me and Brown Table are back from designing our original Pokemon, and we'd like you to meet Rymau. It's like a combination of our names. My name's Ryan, his name's Mauricio, so it's Rymau. So we decided to base our Pokemon off of a peacock. So the idea is its feathers are like fire, and then there's sparks behind to represent the fairy typing. The dazzling ability, if you will, is represented by the sparks with the feathers. But also, I wouldn't want to fight a peacock in battle. I think those things are violent. So it's perfect. It can be loyal, it can be protective. We really wanted to emphasize that our Pokemon was super friendly, so we actually included in our Pokedex entry that it loves to interact with kids and families and tourists on the beach.
Oh, well, this is really good. Wait, all right, so this is apparently, Ryan got someone else to draw it. He got Brown Table to draw it. That's against the rules, because it's clearly drawn by someone who knows how to draw, so redesigning it may be less exciting unless I find a way to make it feel like a complete redesign. But that's the problem, that is like I'm pretty much going to keep everything. I'm just going to draw it in the Pokemon's art style. There are things that I can streamline or make more cohesive, like the patterns, or for example, there's too many feathers on the back. I'm gonna have to tone that down, and I'm gonna fix the proportions. But overall, definitely gonna be the one that's gonna change the least. But that's not a problem, because that's just less work for me, I guess.
So I decided to do a convergent form of Tinkaton. I will sign this for anybody who wants it. And I really hope Ron made it look way better than this. But that's kind of hard when the artwork is so hard.
Oh, okay, this is also kind of against the rules. It's not, I didn't explicitly tell them to not make regional forms, but I keep on forgetting to tell them not to do that. We all like Tinkaton, so this is gonna be fun. We're just gonna make a flaming, we're making a flaming Tinkaton with a tube. Weird how this is Burnatuff, but it's a Tinkaton, I guess, convergent form, because it's a different name. So I guess it is like Poltergeist, as in the names are switched because they aren't actually regional forms. Very weird. But hey, at least every single person made a unique thing. Except I'm kind of gonna do something a little similar to what Joey did because I do want to make something with some tubes. I'm thinking of designing a Pokemon that is basically a lifeguard mixed with a performer, with a fire dancer and a tiki head with the body of a lifeguard, but all of the accents are these tubes that he can inflate because they're full of methane, which also enhances the fire that he has on his head. We'll see if that is different enough. Let's finally see the reaction to my redesign and all the other Fakemon that the other Poketubers made.
For the past couple of weeks, I've been really excited to see what everybody else came up with based off these same attributes. So, yeah, let's take a look at this, Ron.
Pokemon number 1.
Oh my god, this horse is sick.
Whoa, that's a horse.
Ooh, Roastanante.
And it's mine. It's just immediately mine.
I love his wings. It's like he's a little propeller.
5'2". Short King, it's okay.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Ron absolutely killed this. My original design, graphic design is my passion.
Yo, they had the ability Dazzling. It's so funny. It's the exact same ability I chose.
Oh, and Ron, I didn't know that you draw shinies in this. This is so cool.
Oh, the ability and the typing were already predetermined. Right, my bad. I'm still remembering. Okay.
I really love the shiny color scheme. I'm such a slut for mint green.
He did incredible here.
I like that we have Ron next to it, by the way, for size. Ron, can we get a size? What is that? 6 foot?
This is a final stage evolution, probably, so it needs to be a big boy, but not too big of a boy. It's not a legendary horse, just a normal-sized horse.
Roastanante are noble Pokemon who desire to protect the inhabitants of its beach.
Despite the beach resort already being one of the safest areas in the region.
While well-meaning, they tend to mistake tall buildings for legendary Pokemon and are prone to causing heavy property damage. This guy's a loose cannon.
I'm actually kind of excited to see how the original came out because I think drawing a horse is incredibly hard.
It lost a little bit of the dopiness, which was a little bit intentional with how I drew it, but I'm kind of okay with that. I think that this just makes it look a lot cooler.
It really looks like a Ken Sugimori illustrated artwork here, man. You went above and beyond for Roastanante. I'm a fan.
Pokemon number 2.
Oh, it's my guy!
Oh, that's a sick one too.
Whoa! Oh my god. I don't know if anybody watching this video plays League of Legends, but this reminds me of Earth.
This one looks sick. It's almost got like a little will-o-wisp following it around, which I really like. And, it probably fits the idea of the beach a little stronger than mine did. Because it's like a sea lion and mine's a horse.
Dude, this is what it would look like if I could draw. This is really sick.
He's 5'11", just like me on my driver's license.
Leomyth.
Oh my god, wait. Is its name Leo because it's a lion?
It could be myth based on like mermaids because mermaids are, they're not real, or are they?
It's a very creative design for sure.
Yay! He looks so good. Dude, the Pokemon classic, like big eyes, really help this. And he looks like a lion. He looks like a sea lion, but he's a lion at the same time. The shiny has been done justice. This is very cool.
It's a fairy fire, but homie looks like he swims in the water.
Leomyth are a rare species of Pokemon who can sometimes be found on sunny days.
Bathing with their mane expanded and pointed towards the sun.
The magical flame on the tip of their tail grows brighter and larger the longer their mane has been exposed to the sun.
It's almost like a blooming flower. Like when the sun hits the flower, it kind of like opens up and blooms, but it's the mane and it's getting bigger.
The shiny colors are beautiful job, Ron, honestly.
Okay, Pokemon 3. What is this?
Oh, this one's sick. Raftiki.
Raftiki is so fire. Hold up. That's a sick name.
Oh, Raftiki. I love it. It's definitely based off of like a beach. It's like a tropical vibe Pokemon. If it's like a tiki torch type of situation.
This is a really interesting design. Okay.
I love that he's T-posing on me.
Oh, wait, this one's actually really sick. I really like this one.
The methane Pokemon. That makes so much sense. They actually, it's so cool to get so many creative minds together, because a lot of us probably just thought, oh, animals, well, animals on the beach. But whoever made this one actually thought about like propane gas tanks and like, I don't know, barbecues and stuff like that, right? Because you do see those. That's cool.
I'm starting to feel like I am really basic for coming up with a peacock.
I'd be scared to make like a humanoid design, but like this is really cool. Like I actually really like this one. Might be my favorite one so far, to be honest.
Raftiki spin the flotation tubes around their body to entertain beachgoers.
These tubes are filled with gas to amplify their flames and inflate Raftiki's tubes.
They will launch their tubes toward the shore to save those who seem to be drowning. Oh, just like mine.
That's actually there. It's like a lifeguard. It's like a lifeguard, but it's also like a form of entertainment. That's really cool.
Oh, I'm a fan. He definitely looks like a lifeguard. I see that influence in his design. He's jacked.
I love that we saw those colors and we were like, yeah, that's like a boy, like a lifeguard, vest or lifeguard. The tube, the tube that saves people. So I love that one.
Ron, as an artist, I'm kind of curious. Do you get like sick of the same 4 colors whenever you make these videos? Because you got to draw a lot of Pokemon with the same colors.
Number 4.
That's my guy! Rhyme out! Rhyme out! Rhyme out!
Okay, all right. No, this one's so sick.
Oh, yeah, this was my favorite so far. Rymao? Yeah, Tropical Peacock. This is pretty sick. I like this.
Oh, that's a beautiful bird.
He looks so mad! He looks so angry!
I think I'm just like a sucker for a good bird-looking Pokemon.
It looks so much better than what me and Brown Table came up with. Sorry, Brown Table.
Rymao find joy in spreading their beautiful feathers, often seen engaging with tourists in beach cities.
Rymao is especially playful with children.
Rymao is pacifist by nature, yet always eager and prepared to fight.
When angered, Rymao's feathers will erupt and produce sparks for battle. Yeah, this one is super neat.
He's not going to mess with you, but if you get close to him, you get a little too close, you mess with him, you just, you know?
You know how like the peacocks kind of like, I don't know if it's the male or female, I think it's the guy one that tries to attract the girl with the, you know, the peacockiness of... Can I say that on this channel?
I'm especially excited seeing my guy. That's my Rymao right there. Moments like this is why we do these videos, man. This is what it's all about. This is so special, and I can't wait to share this with the viewers. This is so exciting.
Big fan of that one. Big fan of that one.
I genuinely believe that making it a team effort with Brown Table brought the best ideas out of my brain and onto the page. So seriously, Ron, thank you so much for being on board with my unorthodox process.
All right, and the last one. You made Burnituff look so good.
Yo, wait, this is Burnett. Wait, this is, did they do a regional variant of Tinkerton?
Ooh, it's like Tinkertuff, but fire.
Wait, this is really funny.
I didn't expect to see like a regional form here. That's actually, or is it a regional or is it a convergent?
This is like not a regional variant. What they call it? It's like the Wiglet to the Diglett. I forget what it's called.
Dude, you made Burnituff so good, and you put its hidden ability Swift Swim.
Swift Swim as a fire type is also quite interesting.
It's like the same thing.
You might win the competition, I'm not gonna lie.
He has my vision, and on top of that, he has more colors than I do, because these were markers that were not even close to the colors he wanted, but he found it. He found a way, man.
Is the hammer filled with air though? Does this thing get like a fairy type gigaton hammer?
But I gotta admit, with a big ass hammer like that, I don't know if Burnituff would be much of a special attacker. I don't know if this design meets the standards of the base stat total.
Ron, you did such a good job. The shiny's beautiful too, kind of resembling almost Tinkaton in a sense.
This loyal Pokemon loves people. It won't hesitate to jump in the water to save drowning swimmers, using its buoy to bring them to shore.
Some say it resembles a Pokemon from the Paldea region. Okay, so that tells me it's convergent.
I love it. I love what you did with it. Oh, see, that looks like 109 attack, 108 special attack, 97 speed. This looks like it needs help to move.
So now it's time for the guests to give 2 points to their favorite Fakemon and an additional 1 point to their second favorite design to crown the winner.
Yeah, I gotta admit, out of all of these, my favorite is probably Burnituff. Just for the idea alone, nobody thought about doing a regional variant of an already existing Pokemon based off this challenge, so that alone sets Burnituff apart from the rest of the crowd, and I think that makes it my favorite.
I think my favorite is definitely Rymao. I'm very partial to fairy birds, like I said.
Rymao's just got so much aura. Like, I think that this would be on my team immediately. It's like if Pheasantipity was actually cool and not like kind of lame in battle.
Okay, so my favorite easily, I think is Leomyth.
I think my vote has to go to Raftiki. I actually really love this design. I like the idea of it being a fire type that's able to survive in water, because it's like, maybe it doesn't survive in water, but like it can throw out the buoy and then bring everyone back if they're like drowning. I really like that concept. And my second favorite, it's kind of hard not to choose Raimao.
So off the top of my head, I would have to say that my second favorite fake Pokemon would be Leosmith.
Rostanante is so fire. The fact that it's challenging buildings and it's a menace to society. Also horses, I kind of think about horses when I think about beaches too. So I think that's my second favorite one if I had to think about that.
No, I think it has to be Bernatoff. Yeah, I think I do like Bernatoff. I think the actual like doing the divergent species or whatever they're called, if that's even the right term. I like that a lot. So that's my second favorite for sure.
Okay, since there was a 4-way tie for first place, I thought adding a second place point would help alleviate any ties, but now we still have another tie. I guess that means I now have to decide who to give my points to. If we're deciding solely based on the final design, like everybody else did, I think my second place point goes to Rostanante, since I love how well I rendered it and made a very odd Pokemon work. But my favorite of the final designs and the winner of the challenge will have to be Raimao. It's the only final design without anything I would change. It's a pretty perfect Fakemon, honestly. I guess that means that KingCorphish can come back in a winner's round and actually draw a Fakemon of his own next time. But before then, it's time for the best part of the video. Now you guys and the guests get to see the original and redesigned Fakemon next to each other.
Ooh, so this is what we were supposed to do.
Yo, Joey Pokeaim with the...
Why is every single person's drawing better than mine?
I didn't know Joey was in this video, but Joey designing a Tinkaton clone actually just really, that seems very Joey. I know Joey really messes with Tinkaton.
That makes a lot more sense now, because Joey is a huge competitive battler. He does a lot of showdown content. He actually competed in VGC earlier this year.
Yo, Joey's is so cool. I think because it's drawn with like felt tip pens.
Holy shit, GameboyLuke's in this video? I love that guy.
Luke's is so good, Moxie's is good. KingCorphish, that's...
And Ryan's, yo, he was meant to draw it himself. What a doofus.
I will say the different color neck goes really well with the peacockness of it. So I think that was a great addition as well.
Me and Brown Table designed a cool fake Pokemon together, but we definitely did not draw it in the Pokemon Ken Sugimori illustrated art style. You know what I mean? So it's really nice to be able to look at all these Pokemon and compare them.
Yo, I can't imagine what Ron's reaction was when he found out that Ryan didn't draw himself. It's the whole purpose of the video, Ryan.
I didn't realize that we were hiring artists to draw the Pokemon.
Yo, Moxie's one actually looks really good. The horse looks so good.
For Luke's, I think adding the slashes was a very good touch.
Which means that Raftiki was Ron's design.
You did a fantastic job. Raftiki was actually sick.
You know, yeah, leave it to Ron, the Fakemon YouTuber, to just, you know, take the lead in my book. Okay, it's not like you have any experience with this or anything,
Is there a battling video, Ron, you want to invite me to? I promise I could do that.
Oh my god. All right, Ron, well, thank you very much for having me.
No, but this is so fun.
And I really appreciate you being the best to work with behind the scenes on this whole video. So thank you so much.
Thank you for making mine feel like a Pokemon. Thank you for including me. These are so good, honestly.
But actually designing the Pokemon is never something that I really was super into, but this was so cool, and I'm really glad I got to be a part of it.
Good job, Poketubers, besides me. Y'all did great.
And if you guys are interested in what I do, most recently, I'm the video editor on Nate Wants to Battle, and I got to make the animated music video for the Pokemon World Championships 2025 theme song, Just Beyond.
I'm sorry about Ryan. He's a bit like that sometimes, but appreciate you having me as always.
And maybe I'll draw my own Pokemon next time.